Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome to video 5 in my positive message of encouragement series. Hey, walk with me while I go put this letter in the mail. So if you're like me, when all this started, I probably started off with a little bit of disbelief. And I couldn't really believe that it was happening. And then as the days and the weeks went on, that disbelief turned to worse things like fear and anger and frustration, because I didn't like this thing that people were calling the new normal. And I felt like I was kind of powerless, that I couldn't do anything to stop what was happening or do anything about it. Well, I knew what I didn't want to do was to get into arguments on social media with other people about what was right and what was wrong. So I started to think about, well, what is it that I could possibly do? And I hit on the idea of, well, maybe I can talk to people, I can speak. But standing in front of an audience with all this social distancing stuff going on was going to be a challenge. So I had to find another way. And I hit on the idea of making these videos. The first video was pretty straightforward. I just needed my GoPro and an idea of something that could be a short, positive, encouraging message. But then another week went by and I felt like I had to make a second message, and have continued going since then. But what I needed to do was set up a little bit of a studio in my house so that I could do something more than just me walking around with my GoPro. And that's what brought us to this. Now, when I started making these, I had the hope that this would get out to thousands and thousands of people, and I could make a difference by impacting their lives with this positive and encouraging messages that I was coming up with. Well, it hasn't necessarily been thousands and thousands of people, at least not yet. And I gotta be honest, I was probably a little discouraged from time to time with that. But here's what's kept me going, is every week I get folks who tell me that the videos have made a difference. And 2 weeks ago, I got a response from one of our local middle school teachers who forwarded me something one of her students who had seen the second video on assessing what you have that's good. And that young lady had made a list of the things that were good in her life. And it dawned on me at that point that I didn't need to reach thousands and thousands of people. If I could make a difference for just a few, then every minute and every hour that I spent doing this was worth it. So that was my big revelation. Just being able to help a few people, or even one person, matters. So if you're feeling powerless or helpless right now, start with something small. Try to make a difference for one person or a few people. Family, friends, essential workers. Go support a local business. Donate. I know it'll make a difference for them. I know it'll make a difference for you. And imagine if we all do something, what a difference we can make. Thanks for watching. See you next week.